Hey, it's Jacob Lundquist here from Quist Blade Works, working on some sharpening. I've been getting a few questions on my sharpening system. I just use the WorkSharp Precision Adjust work sharpening system, but I was just going to kind of show you guys how I sharpen my knives, and maybe it'll help you since I'm still a beginner too, to learning all this stuff. But with this system, I can take a blade and give it just a beautiful mirror finish, and the thing is just crazy sharp. So to get this, I'm gonna use this. So I'm using the Precision Adjust. I just got the expansion kit. It comes with a sweet bag and you get more stones. So this is right now is the 220 grit, goes to then 320 and then 400. Then you step it up to, 600. There we go, 600, 800 ceramic. And now they have this sweet strop as well. So I'm taking a blank blade. I just did some acid stone washing to these. These are now dull because I blasted them, and now I'm doing with the 220 grit, and I just kind of wanted to walk you through it. So I just started this one, bringing it on, and what we're going for is we're trying to bring up a burr. I want you to listen. See how I can't get my fingernail without catching that burr. That's what you want. You want this, you're actually pulling the metal and curving it around to create a small burr. So I'm trying to get that across the entire surface. So right here I don't have any burr, but right here I do. So I'm trying to work this through a nice even tone. You're flipping this thing back and forth, working it. So I'll do a quick little time lapse to show you that, and yeah, we'll get to it. All right, so now I'm still on the 220 grit right here, and now I have a burr all the way from the start to the tip, which is what you want. And so now the burr is rolled on this side, the clip side. So also another thing I forgot to mention is getting it centered and kind of clocked. So it's somewhat, I use my thumbs and I just kind of set it in there to make sure I'm centered, just to get a nice even secondary bevel there. You just want it to be nice and even. So now with the new stones, it was only before 320 up to 800 or 600, I think it was. I got it right here. What was the old system? Yeah, 320 to 600. Now you can go 220, and now we're gonna go to 400, or no, 320. And then that just is actually refining the structure and getting those scratches less and less and less. So once you get a burr, this thing goes so fast. So now I'm just gonna go to the 320 and go this side once over, get all the scratches refined even more than what you have right here. And then I'll show you what that looks like. And then I'll go 400, 600, 800 ceramic. And then that should get a nice mirror finish. You can see. So I'm trying to get this thing to focus. Got a bit of a, see the scratches. So we're gonna get that all out of there. But nice thing is to work with a 220 first, then now bring it up to 320. Another little trick of the trade, an eraser. Get an eraser. You can actually clean these up with an eraser really fast, the diamond stones, so you can actually get it so it's not loaded up. I always go between sides. I actually use the eraser and clean out everything, and then of course have a phone book. So let's keep going. All right, got to 400. And I wish I had one of those cool new cameras that could do the macro, but getting more refined, the scratches. Now we're gonna go to the 600. And yeah, see if I can get the glints off of it. Ow. But you can actually see the burr, really feel it. So we're gonna keep on refining that more and more and more. Here we go. All right, now I've gone to ceramic. So I got a mirror finish. Get that captured, really quite difficult, but this thing is crazy. You can see it, look at that. You can see the burr. I'm pulling the burr. So it is beyond refined. I mean, I can actually probably just take my nail and take it off. See all those little specks? So next is gonna be really refining it, and that's with this compound. So we're gonna bring that and we're gonna go back and forth on both sides until we get it super refined. And I'll show you how I check it with my fingernail. And then next will be the paper. All right, so this is really cool too. This thing is all magnetic. So you just snap it in, and then you have the strop. And of course, you know, this thing does have little stoppers. So with the strop, I found that you really want to make sure you try to get that full stride. So you're setting your distances with these little O-rings. So here you're gonna wanna take it to the top. You're gonna wanna draw it down. So I'm gonna do a couple draws. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna just do a couple draws. And I'm not putting much pressure on that. I'm just going really light. Just trying to refine that edge. You can kind of feel it. You can feel it as you draw it. You're not putting a ton of pressure on. You already got your edge polished. So nice thing with these, I have a nice sharpening choil. So that's what I want to start with on the sharpening choil and draw it down. One more. I'm going to test that with my finger now. I'm just going to try to see if I feel any rough edges. I'm also going to feel for a burr. I shouldn't be feeling any burr now. This is refined. I really didn't feel anything, so I'm just going to go one more on the show side. For some reason, I always like to stop on the show side. One more check. I don't feel any burr. When I run it across the tip, it's just, I don't want to feel any bumps or jagged. I want it just to be a streamline. I'm just putting this a little bit of pressure on there. So this looks really, really good. So we're gonna take it out of the clamp here. Some feedback is for this, I mean, this is a pretty inexpensive system. There is some rock in it. Is it perfect? No. I usually try to like put my thumb on top of it here to really keep my everything steady. I'm holding down on it, as you can tell, when I'm really getting the choil going. But I'm gonna have my son here, my first employee of Quist Blade Works, my boy Ridge here. He's gonna shoot on the camera. I'm gonna do some slice cuts on this guy right now. Tip test. So I just wanna take it here. I'm just gonna glide it. That is like 6 pages deep. So tip is sharp. Next, just a nice simple flow. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. This thing is nuts. You can curve it. If that ain't sharp, I don't know what is. Slower cuts just to make sure the whole edge, nothing draws funny, nothing chips. Oh. I always find this edge on the paper is just awful. Like this outer edge. And there it is. Let's see if we can get a good mirror shot here. See the words on that edge.
It kind of looked like you were scraping off the words.
I know, that's so shiny. So thanks a lot. That was how I sharpen my variants. This is a variant PE, of course. I did an acid stone wash, and that really pops with that mirror finish after the fact. So thanks a lot. Y'all take care. All right, one thing I forgot to mention, I'm just setting up the next one actually, is this is why they call it the precision adjust. You can actually adjust your angle of your bevel. I'm doing a 20 degree on all my variants. And again, this is how I set it up. So I use my thumbs to kind of make sure everything's square, centered. And then this is how you can adjust your bevel. I forgot to mention that. So super cool system. This thing's great. The new one now comes with the carrying case, which I absolutely love. So yeah, here goes the next one after I just finished the other one. Thanks a lot.
It looks so nice and homey here.